Hello everyone, welcome back to the SOXL Challenge channel. It's the evening of August 29th, 2025, and this is your monthly update. Before we dive into the numbers, I want to mention my short video SOXL Breakout coming that I published on June 14th. I released that video right after SOXL crossed the $20 mark, and since then we've seen a 25% surge. In that video, I explained why SOXL was positioned for a major breakout in 2025, analyzing the historical patterns of both SOXX and SOXL, especially following Golden Cross formations. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend checking it out after this update. Let's start with the current numbers. SOXL is trading at $26, which is up slightly from last month's $25. This year in 2025, SOXL reached a peak of $36 on January 22nd before experiencing a significant sell-off that took us down to $7 on April 7th. We began our recovery after Trump implemented a 90-day pause on most of those tariffs. Over the past few months, the semiconductor industry has shown notable strength. SOXL climbed to $29 on August 14th but has pulled back to today's $26. There are several factors behind this recent pullback. Today's market action reflects several developments. Nvidia dropped more than 3% on Friday, closing out a difficult week for chipmakers. The decline was triggered by Dell's disappointing earnings outlook, which fell short of Wall Street expectations and raised concerns about demand for AI-related hardware. Since Dell is a key customer for Nvidia, contributing over 2% of its annual revenue, their weak guidance had ripple effects throughout the sector. Additionally, Alibaba is reportedly testing a new AI chip that could compete with Nvidia and AMD in China, adding competitive pressure in a market already complicated by U.S. export restrictions. Nvidia has not sold any of its H20 chips in China recently and is awaiting regulatory clarity, including a potential requirement to share 15% of revenue from those sales with the U.S. government. Earlier in the week, Nvidia's earnings revealed underperformance in its data center segment and a growing reliance on a few major customers, which raised investor concerns. The broader semiconductor sector also declined, with AMD and Broadcom falling over 3% and the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index sliding 2.5% for the day. Now let's examine the SOXX daily chart in detail. SOXX is currently positioned at $245, which is higher than last month's $239. For those new to the channel, SOXL is a triple-leveraged ETF that magnifies the daily movements of SOXX, which tracks leading U.S. semiconductor companies like Nvidia, Broadcom, and AMD. When SOXX moves up 1%, SOXL aims to deliver a 3% gain. Of course, this leverage works both ways, amplifying losses during downturns. As of today's close, SOXX is maintaining its position above both the SMA 50 purple line and the SMA 200 green line. SOXX broke above the SMA 50 purple line on May 6, 2025, and successfully cleared the SMA 200 green line on June 4, 2025. This breakthrough came after two failed attempts on May 15 and May 29. Currently, with SOXX holding above both key moving averages, I believe we're well positioned to challenge the all-time high of $267 set on July 11, 2024, potentially before year-end. The technical picture became more compelling when we witnessed a Golden Cross formation on July 8, 2025. This occurs when the SMA 50 purple line crosses above the SMA 200 green line. The previous Golden Cross occurred back in January 2023. Following that signal, SOXX embarked on an 18-month rally that culminated in the all-time high of $267. When SOXX advances, SOXL amplifies those gains threefold. There's one more technical element I want to highlight, the SMA 20 black line. This faster moving average reflects short-term momentum, while the SMA 50 purple line provides insight into intermediate-term trends. SOXX had been trading above the SMA 20 black line for 3 consecutive months starting April 24, 2025, which signaled bullish short-term momentum and trend strength. However, SOXX slipped below the SMA 20 black line 3 times in August, first in early August, then a second time on August 20, and then a third time today. At the same time, SOXX was able to rebound near the SMA 50 purple line on August 1, 6, and 20. Moving into September 2025, it will be crucial to monitor whether SOXX can quickly reclaim the SMA 50 purple line or at minimum find support and bounce from the SMA 200 green line. Now let's review my trading activity and current holdings. I haven't purchased additional SOXL shares this month because I've already invested over $14,000 during the first 2 years of this challenge, which began in December 2023. Moving forward, I'm committed to investing $7,000 annually in SOXL. My Roth IRA position remains unchanged at 354 shares. My average cost basis for SOXL in this account is $24.71. I've already maximized my $7,000 Roth IRA contribution for the 2024 tax year and am planning to contribute another $7,000 for the 2025 tax year. Currently, the market value of my SOXL position in the Roth IRA stands at approximately $9,200, with a total unrealized gain of about $480, or 5%. In my individual taxable brokerage account, I'm holding 525 shares of SOXL. The current market value of my SOXL shares in this individual account is approximately $13,700. Combining both accounts, my total SOXL position consists of 879 shares. The aggregate market value of these holdings is now approximately $22,900, which is higher than last month's $21,700. As I've detailed in previous videos, my Roth IRA strategy involves taking profits when I achieve at least a 30% gain on my SOXL position, taking advantage of the tax-free growth within Roth accounts. To date, I haven't executed any sales. For my individual taxable account, my strategy is to maintain all SOXL shares until the price exceeds $60. Long-term, my goal is to channel all future SOXL investments through my Roth IRA to optimize tax efficiency. My overall investment approach continues without modification. I maintain annual contributions of $7,000 to my Roth IRA while implementing a swing trading methodology across both accounts. This approach involves strategic buying at lower price levels, profit-taking at higher levels, and utilizing key technical indicators including the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, and the relative strength index. I completely avoid margin trading to maintain conservative risk management. The objective isn't to achieve perfect market timing, but rather to capitalize on SOXL's inherent volatility to generate substantial long-term wealth accumulation. Despite the recent volatility we've experienced, I maintain strong conviction in the semiconductor sector's future prospects. Transformative trends including artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and high-performance computing chips continue to fuel long-term growth potential in this space. Historically, SOXL has demonstrated its ability to deliver significant returns during bull market cycles, and I'm confident this pattern will persist. Patient investors who maintain their positions through the inevitable volatility may be rewarded with substantial long-term capital appreciation. That concludes the August 2025 update for the SOXL Challenge. While SOXL's price action has been extremely volatile recently, my confidence in its long-term wealth-building potential remains unshaken. This challenge is fundamentally about patience, discipline, and maintaining a long-term perspective, and I'm fully committed to seeing this journey through to completion. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel. If you found this month's update valuable and informative, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel for future updates, and sharing your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. Your engagement and support are what make this community thrive and grow. Stay strong, stay patient, and keep that winning investor mindset. I'll see you all in next month's update.